As I said earlier on, no one works in a silo, and there's all sorts of documents that you need to share. There's plans, there's budgets, there's projections, reports, proposals, all sorts of things. Sometimes you just simply need to share thoughts and comments, gather ideas, or to debate issues. Most businesses have some regular KPIs that they use to manage, for example, in our case, in spreadsheets, and they want to share those and put them up as dashboards maybe, and we can do that in SharePoint, which is part of Office 365. There's one attached. That's one that's very close to my heart. It's actually our sales team's dashboard, and what that does is it allows us to use our familiar old friend Excel, which we all know and love and have been using forever. We're using the latest version, which gives us better graphs, better ability to drill into the information that we want if we've got a question about it. But it's really easy to get in and get the key data about our business so that we know where things are running well, where things might need a bit more attention. And this is available to any business. This stuff used to be only really seen in the large corporates who could afford to spend mega thousands of dollars on clever stuff. You can now do this in any size business. It's really quite approachable and very, very inexpensive to set up. And one of the great values as well in this is if I do see someone's name there, I'm able to see if they're available. That whole link presence thing is integrated. I get a green light if they're available, an orange light or a red light, and I'm able to contact those folk if I need to, because everything just fits together like it was meant to, in fact. And you can see as I've saved that file, every time I've made a change, it's recorded that change, and I'm able to go forward and back through that if I need to. If I've messed it up, and I did mess it up at one point, I was able to go back to an earlier version, undo my my experiment, and carry on much more cleanly. And again, that's just part of Office 365. It's not something you can really do any other way, so that's a tremendously powerful tool that many of our clients, and again, particularly the professional services firms, find very, very useful and very, very time-saving. Again, those professional services firms quite often work with colleagues. They come together for projects. They bring together people from different disciplines to work together collectively. One of the things that SharePoint in Office 365 offers is the ability to create what they call an extranet, which is where you can let in people from outside your organization into certain parts of your network. So you don't give them access to everything. Obviously, some parts of your network need to be kept secure, but you might be working on a project for an office move or for a new building or for a sales campaign or all sorts of things, and you're able to invite in the people you're working with, even if they're not part of your organization, to access just those bits of the data that you need to. Again, there's no VPN required. The person you're working with only needs to have a machine with a common web browser. So again, it could be a PC, it could be an Explorer, it could be an Apple device, it could be all sorts of things, and they're able to work with you. It could be freelancers, they could be a partner you work with a lot. They don't have to install anything, so it makes it extremely easy for you to collaborate. One of the most common examples of this that we see is actually businesses trying to share their board papers with their business directors. There are different plans for Office 365. Any of the E-plans include what they call 50 partner licenses, which allow you to have up to 50 people connecting to that with an E-plan. If you need more, you can buy additional licenses. SharePoint's more than document sharing as well. It allows you to create workflows. It allows you to not just have documents, but also put some of the rich information that exists around those. So, for example, you might have a project that you're doing, say that sales campaign, and it might have certain dates and budgets. There might be some collateral around that you want to collate together, so the flyers, the various pamphlets you're using, the descriptions of what you're about. But you might also have some information around status, around budgets, around scheduling. And you're able to create workflows and put together a whole pile of information around that using the SharePoint lists, and there's an example of that on the screen right now. These can be pretty much anything at all that you want. In our own business, we use these to track our projects for our clients, our Office 365 installations, for example, a timetable using this very tool. We're able to track expense claims, able to track staff on leave. Some of our law firms use this sort of work to track conflicts and to make sure that they're managing their conflicts easily. Other clients use it to track resources like boardrooms or to schedule projects.